Hello and welcome back to another cubing video. So today we have another unboxing from speedcubeshop.com, so let's get right into it. Alright, so I am super excited for this new release, and here it is, the new Ms3-V1 from MsCUBE. And then in this box as well, we also have Comet, which I will be reviewing along with Cosmos and other SpeedCube Shop lubes pretty soon. So some fun videos coming out soon with that. Stay tuned for that and make sure to subscribe to not miss out. So let's get right into the Ms3-V1 unboxing. Here we go. So I'm not going to be referencing this cube as the Ms3-V1 because that's a complicated name and the whole brand thing and everything is kind of complicated. So I'm gonna call this the Spider Cube because that's kind of the design that it has on it. So I know that GAN cubes aren't called B cubes if you get the reference, but here's the Spider Cube in my opinion. So this is number 421. Wow, unique MS card. All right, so let's get right into what comes in the cubes. So the accessories here, a whole bunch of random stuff. We are gonna have to look at that later. And then the core, I'm not sure, I think people haven't even figured out what this extra core is for. My theory is that because it is different colors with the core that comes with the cube, my theory is that it might even be a different tensioning like numbers. So it may be a little bit looser or tighter setting. So I'm not sure what that is, but we will have to figure that out later. And those are really big springs. Like I thought the Volk springs were big, but these are just huge. That's crazy. Probably helps with controllability. And then some more springs and some logos. And yeah, so here we have the instructions and kind of, okay, that's huge. I'm not even gonna open that. That's way too big. All right. Here we go. So the enhanced version has magnets on the core and this thing does not. So this is not the enhanced version, or not the core, but the middle piece. So this is the standard version of the MsCUBE Ms3-V1, okay, the Spider Cube. But yeah, so on to first turns. Pretty unique feel to it. I would say that it feels similar to the Diantanium V2M, if you remember that cube, which had quite the customizable system going on in that cube. But this cube has a nice smooth feeling. It's a little bit uncontrollable. I'd say the magnets probably are just too light, and I think the enhanced version, I'm doing a bunch of R-perms there, but I think the enhanced version may be definitely more snappy. But yeah, the magnetic positioning system of this cube is corner and edges, whereas the enhanced version is corner and edges as well as the center magnets. And so this has much less magnets in total. So I think that's the major difference, but right out of the box, it feels nice, and it has a nice smooth feel, but also feels a little bit hard around the edges, which isn't bad. It definitely makes for a controllable feel to the whole cube itself. And it does feel a little bit big, and I would say it probably feels a little bit cheaper than normal GAN cubes. And of course, this cube is a little bit of a twist off of the GAN lineup, and I'm not sure exactly how that story went, but it is a very similar cube to the GAN lineup, just with definitely different plastic from what I can feel here. Anyway, let's get into the ratings of this cube. So for corner cutting, there's absolutely nowhere where it cannot corner cut, right? Yeah. And then reverse is also great. So for corner cutting, 10 out of 10, definitely. And then for speed, so it's breaking in as I turn it, but it has a little bit of slowness, like in the middle of turns, like if that's kind of weird to say, but That's what I feel. And so it's fast, but kind of out of the box, it's not as fast as it could definitely be. So with lubrication, this could be a lot faster, but I would say the speed right now is probably an 8.5 out of 10. And then for controllability, so this is not the enhanced version, which means that this is not as controllable because it only has lighter magnets, but the controllability is still pretty good. I would say probably an 8 out of 10. It's up there, but it's lacking a little bit in magnetic strength. And then speaking of magnetic strength, let's go on to the magnets. And the magnetic strength from a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is like the lightest and 10 is the strongest, I would say this is probably about a 5. So it's kind of mid-range, but it's not very strong. So it's on the lighter side in terms of magnetic strength, but of course the enhanced version would help with that. And then the out-of-the-box performance is actually impressive. Like, I actually really do enjoy this cube out of the box, and with some even comment here, I think this cube would definitely feel a lot better. So just a little bit of fast lube would definitely make this cube more enjoyable. So if you get the MsCUBE, I would definitely highly recommend getting some SpeedCube Shop Cosmic Lube as well, like Comet here, or Lunar, or Martian. Martian is probably my overall favorite feel. But yeah, so out of the box performance, it's great. It's actually not bad out of the box, and I would probably say a 9 out of 10. It's lacking a little bit in the controllability factor, but it does quite well actually. And the overall worth coming in at $28.45 with the discount code DAILY at speedcubeshop.com, which is definitely a pretty good price for this cube. I would say the overall worth is up there. It's definitely great. The enhanced version is probably a better buy for the money because of the controllability and extra features that it comes with, but I would still say that this is probably like an 8 out of 10 just out of the box with the feel that it has now. But definitely a really cool cube, very intriguing, and I will have to look into it a little bit more and maybe post a review shortly down the road. It feels definitely more clacky than say a GAN cube and a little bit cheaper, but then again, it is cheaper. And I mean, if you want a good GAN cube but don't want to spend as much money, this might actually be the one to get because of the core system, which let me just get into that real quickly before closing off the video. All right, so I've gone through and figured out the tensioning system of this cube. Now, first of all, it does have 2 options on this core specifically. I am theorizing that this core here is like 2 different tensioning system settings. Maybe looser settings or tighter settings, I'm not sure exactly, but you can just simply press it down and turn it all the way like 180 degrees without popping it out. Oops. Let me see if I can put that back. To the right is a looser setting, and then putting it 180 degrees all the way to the left is a tighter setting. And then we have the spring adjustment system here as well. And at first I thought it was only 4 settings, but I found out that you have to make very slight adjustments to the system there, and just very slight movements, or else you'll overshoot like I was doing. But it does have 5 settings, and they seem to be very widely separated as well. I mean 1 compared to 5, which means you have a wide variety to choose from. And this whole setting, the cool thing about it, well, you don't use any tools to change it, which is really different from basically all the other cubes that have been released. And so you only use your fingers to change the settings on this cube, which is actually pretty cool. But it is plastic, so I don't know how long the plastic would last in comparison to, for example, a metal screw, which is definitely a lot more durable. But it does seem to have quite an interesting adjustment system, and I do actually personally enjoy it so far, just looking at the design of it. But I am going to have to make a review on this spider cube, so definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you in the next video.